What is going on, Future Focus team? Back at it with another video. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. If not, welcome back. The purpose of this channel is to educate and entertain you. But the ultimate goal of this channel is to make you a little bit smarter today in order for you to have a better tomorrow. With all that said, let's get into it. Right now, there is insanity going on in the market. If you've been paying attention to the news, if you've been paying attention to social media, it is going wild. 2 days ago, we had the biggest drop in the stock market since the 1987 crash. All right. Yesterday, and I'm in Okinawa, Japan right now, as you can see by the hat. Yesterday, this morning for me, it was about almost 4 a.m. this morning, about 3:58. I was watching the Trump administration live, and at the same time I'm watching that, I'm watching what the stocks are doing, because you know there's always a correlation between what goes on in the world and what goes on in the stock market. So it was insane, like clockwork. They started speaking, and the stock started rising and rising and rising. When I started watching, the Dow was at 3.76%, and by the time the speech was over, they were over 9% of increase. So everything was in the green yesterday. Historically, I don't think it'll sustain. I did some research, and after a big bounce up like this, there's always been a little bit more down. So on Monday, I expect there to be some more drop, to see a little bit more red. Not as much as we've been seeing, but just a little bit more. So it still gives you some time to get in there and make some purchases. All right, so before I get into this, I just want to reiterate, I am not your financial advisor. Don't do what I'm doing. This is for me. Everybody's got their own situation. I'm just here to provide a little perspective and give you another angle to maybe think about things. All right, so how have I been playing this bear market and all of this volatility in the stock market? Well, let me rewind a little bit. All right, when I first started this journey of investing, I was doing something called dollar cost averaging, and dollar cost averaging is great. All right, basically the ultimate goal of it is to keep putting money into the stock market, into your investments, into your future. All right, so I would take 15% of my paycheck on the 1st and the 15th, and I would put it right back into the stock market. I did it once. I didn't do it every 1st and 15th. I did a little bit each day, but quickly, the evolution was I went from doing that into something that I later discovered was called price cost averaging. So basically, it's the same concept. You're still putting it in on a frequent basis, but now I'm more focused on the prices of things. I don't want to overpay for something. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not even 100,000-aire. So every little penny I have counts. So before I put anything and I make a purchase, I go and I make sure that it's below my fair market value, my own fair market value of that particular stock, and I also make sure that I know the company. It's not something that I'm just doing off of speculation. I don't do speculation buying, especially now, not in this bear market. So that's what I've been doing this whole time throughout this bear market. I've been focusing on a few stocks that are very important in my portfolio, and I believe these stocks are going to bounce back and recover because they've done it in 1987 after the crash, in 2001 when the great dot-com bubble, in 2008 during the Great Recession, financial crisis. They've bounced back. And just like that, I want to remind you, if you're thinking about pulling money out and taking some losses because you don't want to lose everything, don't do it. Stay in the fight. Remember why you got into this. You didn't get into this to quit. All right, if you don't want to put more money in there, that's fine. All right, but don't pull it out. Don't give up on yourself. Stay in there. We've been through this before. We'll get through it, and then guess what? This is gonna happen again, and we'll get through it when it happens again. All right, that's the way this whole thing works. A saying that I heard that is so true going back and doing research, is the stocks go down way faster than they go up. However, they stay up way longer than they stay down. So just think about that. All right, and it'll make sense why you're in this. So to get into a little more specifics, one company I've been feeding a lot of money into is Disney. The reason being, needless to say, their stock, when I first purchased it, was at $143 a share. And based on everything that they have going on, I thought that was a fair market value. I didn't think it was an overpriced stock. And yesterday I made purchases at 96 bucks. And, that's a big discount right there. So what I'm doing now is just putting more than I was putting back then when before the, I don't even want to say it, but before this whole thing started. You know what's going on in the world. I don't want to say the word. But other than that, I got AbbVie. AbbVie's a pharmaceutical company. They have great dividend. I've been focusing on companies that are paying dividends and that they've made it through situations like this before. And the dividends are very important. When the stocks drop, the dividends, a lot of the times they rise to make up for that drop. And another company which I'm suspecting is going to raise that dividend soon is Apple. All right, Apple's another company that I've been feeding money into. But yeah, these are just a few of the companies that I'm putting money into. Again, I'm not telling you these are the companies you have to pursue. There's great companies out there. There's a lot of deals out there. Do your research though. Right now is not the time for speculation. If you're younger, if you're a millennial, if you're under 25, yes, you have a lot more time to be risky. And I understand that. But right now is not risk time. Right now is like, make sure the stuff that you're buying is the right stuff to buy. The last thing I'll leave you with is that keep in mind that stocks, they move differently, up and down. All right. Some stocks move up and down in dollar increments or penny increments. Some stocks move up and down in $5 to $10 increments. Some in $20 to $30 increments. And then you have stocks like Amazon, Google, Shopify, Tesla. These stocks have been moving up and down in $50 to $100 and above fluctuations up and down. All right, so there's stocks that are gonna take a longer time to go back to where they were before this whole thing started. All right, so you'll still have time to go buy and purchase those. Try to focus on the ones that are gonna recover a lot more rapidly. Right now, I'm currently staying a little bit away from financials. Anything that has to do with people gathering, such as airlines. I'm not doing cruise. I don't even have a position in any cruise lines. And the energy sector, I'm avoiding that altogether right now. All right, that's my plan. I could be wrong. Maybe you got something else. If you do, please put it down in the comments below. Let's have a discussion about it. You may teach me something. All right. If you found this video helpful, educational, entertaining, please comment, like, subscribe, share with your friends. All right. And don't forget that you are part of the Future Focus team. So put your future into focus. All right. Have a great day.